I've got some people on the list here who wanted to have a question.
Good job, Denise. You ain't give me no love? I got him hanging because I thought he was talking to you.
My bad. Okay, Carolyn Taylor. I know that this is another hot topic in the community. So Carolyn, did you want to come up and ask your question, or did you want to stand up and speak really loudly? Hello.
My question is about land, and looking at all the black communities, and we're shrinking. Some are like we can't even know where they are anymore. I'm seeing Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
My question is about the land in the black community. Our black communities, we had so many black communities are shrinking. They're disappearing. And we have North Preston, East Preston, Cherrybrook, Lakeland. There are so many ways that our land is being taken from us. We're not, I mean, if someone wants to sell something, fine, that's your business, right? But there are ways of expropriating our land without us being compensated for it. Ways of our land being taken by the government for every purpose that they have. And like, I know there's a plan for things to go, to bulldoze us. So what are you going to do about that, as far as our land issues go?
This is, kind of made for me, I guess. I've been involved with that for a long time. One thing I've noticed is provincially, just with the last boundary change, Preston lost a lot of land. That's historically Preston. The Land Titles Initiative, when that first came out, I asked the lady about it, and she basically said, whatever land's not claimed is getting sold at a tax sale. So we have the ability to buy it back if we have the means. So I would say for myself, my goal would be to reestablish the boundary to what it's supposed to be. That doesn't necessarily mean you kick everybody off your land and you whatever, but it's an historic boundary and it deserves to be recognized. Yeah. And we deserve to have control over what's actually left. We talk about all of the infrastructure that we need. We talk about food sustainability. We talk about all of these things, and we have the space and the means to do it all. We just don't have the control of the land. So I would say for my priority, one thing I would do is institute a township council where you can take every area of the district and they're represented so that we can make sure that this stops. When it comes to land titles, if they just accepted the deeds that we had originally, this wouldn't be a problem. The problem is the government basically said, your deeds are no good, you have to do it this way. That's why we're losing our land. We were told to migrate it. All that did was allow them to charge you tax. Because one thing we forget is most of our ancestors didn't have to pay land tax because it was agricultural land. So when you migrated the land, you basically migrated it to the system. So now they have the ability to tax you and the ability to take it from you. And now they own it just as much as you do. That's what we have to reverse. Our Preston as a whole is older than the country itself. That would mean we are, for all intents and purposes, indigenous to this space. That would mean we should have treaty rights. I would fight for that. 100%, that would be the first thing I would do. Because the easiest way to fight tax is to get rid of it. The easiest way is to increase your business is make it cheaper for yourself. And I've come to find out in dealing with certain people over the last couple of years that we actually have a treaty. It's pretty hard to find, but we have one. We are supposed to have all of these rights already. and it would be my mission to make sure that they're reestablished. And then none of this stuff would be a problem because we would have control of our space.